You know guys, before we start today's video, I just figured, I don't know if it's the last day of the year or the first day of the year. I don't know if I'm posting this on the 31st or if I'm posting this on the 1st of January, but regardless, Happy New Year's, guys. May you guys have an incredible 2024. I know the Scadmaster had a great year this year on YouTube, and hopefully in 2024, things only go up from here, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into anything positive for the rest of the year, you guys know what goes on here on the channel. We gotta talk about some bullshit with Call of Duty, but before I even do that, I just want to show you guys one final thing to close out the year. Just one of the most dog shit takes I have ever seen in the YouTube comments history. Now this guy says, once again, I'll remind you, $70 is a steal. It's one hell of a price tag for what you're getting. It costs $70 to eat out at a mid-tier restaurant. Don't you realize how many hours of potential entertainment you have with just a $70? Even if you don't like the game, consider it a donation to the developers, who have been overworked. I pray Take-Two decides to start charging an hourly rate to play their game so people like you realize how greedy you are being. And of course, the Scadmaster has to respond the only way he can, to the gulag via the short bus. But that's not what today's video is about, guys. Today's video is about what it's always been about here on the channel. It's always been about the Scadmaster never being wrong just early about the shit that I say. You know, I talk a lot of shit about Call of Duty and the things that go into the creation of Call of Duty, and people get so upset with me, they start crying in the comments section, telling me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm just hating for views. But the moment your own gooch lickers start calling out the same shit that I've been calling out for years, all of a sudden people's ears perk up, right? All of a sudden people want to stop chirping the Scadmaster, and I know there's a lot of content creators out there too. A lot of people chirp out there, I'm gonna tell you right now, but the Scadmaster has always been on this fucking wave, okay? You cannot tell me that I'm late to the party. I'm the fucking Scadmaster. I start this shit, alright? This comes out from Charlie Intel. He says, anyone else notice how Activision seems to be slowly increasing the price of bundles to see how high they can go in Call of Duty? We started off with 1,800 COD points for majority of bundles, then 2,400 COD points, and now there's 2,800 COD points bundles in the shop. Now, I don't know how many times I have talked about this on the channel. First of all, if you're buying bundles in Call of Duty, you need some fucking mental evaluations. And I even got some friends out there that purchase these skins and these bundles. You guys fucking suck my ass. But guys, if this weren't obvious from the first day they introduced these new microtransactions into Call of Duty back in MW 2019, then I don't know how else they could have made it more obvious for you. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my history with bundle purchasing is very slim. I've purchased 2 bundles, maybe 3 bundles ever in my entire life. I remember purchasing the crossbow bundle back in MW 2019 when they first introduced it into the game because I didn't want to level it up the tedious way, so I just bought it for like 500 COD points or some shit like that. And I'm pretty sure I bought a CDL skin in that year as well. And then in the next year in Cold War, I purchased 1 CDL skin, and that was it. Ever since then, I have not purchased a single bundle for the rest of Cold War, for any iteration of Warzone, for anything in Vanguard, for anything in MW 2019 Part 2, and the same thing goes for MW 2019 Part 3. So to the gooch lickers that are always saying, oh, well, you purchase every single game, oh, you purchase every single bundle even though you complain about the game. No, you see, when the Scadmaster says something, I actually fucking mean it. I don't know which content creator you're watching, I don't know who the fuck you're listening to on Twitter, but when I complain about something, and I tell you guys I'm not doing this ever again, or that I'm gonna start doing something, the Scadmaster tells the fucking truth, okay? The Scadmaster does not cap. I'm not the cap master, I'm the Scadmaster, alright? So when I tell you guys that I will never, ever in the history of Call of Duty going forward will I ever purchase a bundle, no matter what the fuck is in it, I am telling you guys, I'm never doing that. And that's never happening. Because what happens is, inevitably back in MW 2019, you grasp the attention of a bunch of short bus riding kids. Some content creators that live on the game. You know, the movement channels, the gameplay channels, they kind of have to buy the bundles, you know? Otherwise their shit gets boring because they don't really have a personality, they don't really talk about anything. So they kind of have to, right? Well, that's just a small habit that started 4 years ago, right? You paid 1,800 COD points. Boo-hoo, that's really nothing in the grand scheme of things, but then you realize that you purchased like 20 of them throughout the year, and then in the next year's game, you bought Black Cell, or you pre-ordered the Vault Edition, just so you can show off these new bundles and these new cosmetics to your subs, right? And then the next year, you're buying more shit for higher prices, and then before you know it, your bundles cost upwards of $30 fucking. That is almost half the entirety of the price of the game. And before people want to start spewing this bullshit about, oh, if you're broke, just say that, oh, broke boys talking, all this other bullshit, guys, if I put a monetary value on the amount of money that I've made making these videos, I guarantee you I could buy pretty much any fucking bundle I ever wanted in the history of Call of Duty, and I'd shut a lot of these gooch lickers up, but that's not what the Scatmaster stands for, right? Instead of using that money to go buy some virgin pixelated bullshit about some anime shit in the game, you know what I did with the money that I earned from YouTube? I went on vacation to go visit the family, took the family out to eat, bought them some nice shit, took the Mother Master Fooly out to eat and all this other shit. Meanwhile, we got some virgins talking shit in the comments section, some reverse boosting virgins and nerds all over Twitter, spending their money to go show off a bunch of random useless shit to the 500 subscribers that they somehow have. And yet, somehow, I'm the broke boy for not wanting to spend my shit on pixels. Some of these gooch lickers got me fucked up, man. But listen, guys, I have been calling this since the start of me talking about bundles. I literally make videos about specific bundles and how they're not worth it, and people start crying in the comments. I made videos about Snoop Dogg bundles not being worth it, about the Attack on Titan bundle not being worth it, and all these other anime skins not being worth it. I made a video about the Nicki Minaj bundle not being worth it, and trust me, if I ever had a chance where I was close to getting canceled, that would have been it, but they missed the Scatmaster as well, so it's not happening anytime soon. I'm here to tell you guys right now that there's not a single bundle that exists in Call of Duty history that is worth the price that they currently have. Whatever your favorite bundle is, if it's over 10 bucks, it's not worth it. You need to take into perspective the entirety of this game. You saw the first comment that I put up on this video, that guy talking about, oh, it's $70 worth of entertainment. Alright, so if we use that short bus riding moron's fucking logic, then there's no way you can possibly justify any single bundle being worth half of that. $30 for a single bundle is fucking crazy. I remember back in Cold War, there was a $40 bundle back then, and people were talking about how that shit was crazy. I made a video about it, people cried, but look where we are today. I told you guys that those bundles would go from being $15 to $20, $25, and now we're at $30 for the average great bundle out there, and now people want to act all surprised. The Scatmaster's been talking about this shit for years. I'm not saying I'm ahead of the time, but if I'm comparing myself to the gooch lickers out there, who the fuck do you think I think is smarter? Come on. And now when we have your own gooch lickers like Charlie Intel, who literally get paid to talk about Call of Duty, to advertise Call of Duty, they gooch lick Call of Duty, they fucking love Bobby Cosby, they're so sad, they're crying, weeping on the fucking floor about him leaving, when motherfuckers like that are talking about the prices of bundles, and you know they're getting paid handsomely. It's no longer a conversation about who's being a broke boy or whatever the fuck, it's about value of your money, your own worth. And I'm not telling you how to spend your own money, don't get it twisted before you start crying about that shit too. All I'm telling you is, use your fucking mind. Whatever brain cells you have left after playing a fucking session of Shipment and Rust, use them to concoct an idea that tells you, $35 for a Mastercraft bundle, you know, I think I'll pass this time, I'll use that on some other shit. And if you're gonna complain about the Scatmaster pocket watching, motherfucker, you probably need the Scatmaster to pocket watch for you, you fucking goof. It's just crazy to me how people are finally catching on about this, and Activision can still get away with it. Bobby Cosby is gonna get paid handsomely to get the fuck up out of here. Sledgehammer devs and Treyarch devs and Infinity Ward devs, or whatever, which one of them is actually fucking intelligent enough to even pull this off, are having their resources taken from them, are having their developers taken from them one by one just to work on these cosmetics and these bundles, instead of working on the fucking game. How come we don't have original content in this game? Anybody want to tell me why we only have 2 original maps in this game? And why the fuck we have all of these quote-unquote original NPC uwu bundles and anime bundles and skins in the fucking shop? Hentai pink bullshit in the shop for little kids to play? Why the fuck we have Nicki Minaj shooting at King Kong, shooting at Homelander, shooting at a fucking Milsim skin in a Call of Duty game in 2023? In a game called Modern Warfare 3 where we have no Modern Warfare 3 maps in it? But we have MW2 2009 maps remastered in it, even though it wasn't in the last game titled MW2. All of this useless concocted bullshit, and people still want to justify these fucking bundles, these pixels on your screen. You can't even look at your own character unless you're playing third person. or if you're parachuting in Warzone like a fucking freak of nature. You tell me how it's worth it. And I called it with this shit too. Back then, they were just toying with the idea of adding pay-to-win elements to their bundles. And if I'm not mistaken, there's pay-to-win bundles in DMZ, Zombies, Warzone, whatever the fuck it is now, whatever that concocted third mode is nowadays. There's leaks of that shit existing in there. And it's only a matter of time before it leaks into multiplayer. And when it does, I want you guys to think back on what the Scatmaster's been saying. The same way back then when the bundles were only $15, $20 and I told you that in the future I could see them costing upwards of $30. The first thing that should have popped in your mind is, fuck Activision. Secondly, fuck Infinity Ward and Joe Seacott. And the third thing should have been, holy shit, the Scatmaster's been fucking talking this entire time and it's actually coming true. Ladies and gentlemen, if you buy bundles in 2024, your life sucks. I'm sorry. If you buy Black Cell specifically, holy shit, your shit is in shambles. You got some evaluating to do. And to the reverse boosters out there, holy shit, I might have found the one group of people that may just compete with you guys in delusional self-validation. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Where do you think Call of Duty is heading with bundles in the future? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
This ain't in my body.